Before we go any further into chords and what they look like, it's really important to not confuse you that we talk about scales and why we use them. So I'm going to go over a very brief overview of a lot of things. Please let me know if you have questions. Scales are those things that everyone hates to practice, but there's a reason why we do. Every time I'm playing a scale, I'm playing a very particular pattern. And while all these scales look a little bit different, they all have the very, very, very same basic pattern. First, it's important to know the difference between a whole step and a half step. A half step means that I am going from this note to this note. I'm always going to the very next key. Now in piano, the black keys look smaller, but they're just as important. If you were playing a fretted string instrument like guitar, every single fret is a half step. A whole step is just when we're doing two half steps. This is a whole step. This is a whole step. We're skipping one in the middle. Now that we have that information, I can show you the major scale pattern underneath it all. If I start on C, I need to go up a whole step, up another whole step, up a half step, up another whole step, another whole step, another whole step, and then a half step. Now this is going to look very, very, very confusing, and I remember thinking I could never memorize that, but if you remember, back in the day I said, remember that pattern of 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. That will come in handy. It's 2 whole steps, half step. 3 whole steps, half step. Looks just like a piano. If you apply that to any key, you will get the scale involved. Start on E, go up a whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. Now it's very important to spell these properly. So, 2 rules. 1, we do not mix sharps and flats. So if I'm starting on E, F sharp, I won't say the next note is A flat. I can't mix sharps and flats. I also cannot skip any letters of the alphabet. So in that same case, I would go E, F sharp, A flat. I'm skipping G altogether. I need to keep G. I need to go in alphabetical order. So while you are doing this at home, you can either, 1, use the pattern itself, C, go up a whole step, D, go up a whole step, E, or you can write out the entire alphabet and then go back and double check. From E to F, I need a whole step, so F needs to be changed up a little bit, make it a little bit farther away. G, I need a whole step there as well, so go a little bit farther away. We're going to go ahead and call this part 1 because I don't want to confuse you too much. So part 2 of scales and why we need them coming up soon.